Hello there, my very good friends. On this afternoon news video, Carmella says her WWE release felt like punishment.
Another AEW departure has been confirmed.
Got an update on Cora Jade after her NXT match was stopped due to injury.
And where's Jamie Hayter? I'm Adam Wilborn.
It's like, where's Wally? But with an English lady instead of a guy in a hat.
And Waldo as they call it over there.
That's right, Waldo over there, man. What's going on?
This is the news.
What's going on?
Have the news.
Yeah, he's a man of many names, the old Big W.
Yeah.
I call him. Let's talk about Carmella. So she said last week that this week she was going to break her silence on her WWE departure. She, of course, left the company quite recently. It came totally out of the blue.
Yeah.
Her contract expired. It wasn't renewed. WWE let her go. She's not been on TV in a while because she's been, raising her family. And she had a very difficult first pregnancy. But she's since given birth, and her and Corey Graves, they're raising their family, all this stuff. Good stuff for her, like family life. But she was let go by WWE, and she says it feels a bit like punishment. I'm going to read her quotes, right? This is from the Barely Famous podcast. She put some clips out there on Instagram yesterday. She said, "It just feels like a way to end a 12-year career with the company. Like, this is how it ended. I got a call saying that my contract was up in 10 days. Ghosted. Completely ghosted. What if this is the end of my career? Like, what am I going to do with my life? What do I have to offer? Why wasn't I given an opportunity somewhere else? I feel like I'm being punished because I had a baby." And she continued suggesting that when it was suggested that WWE might change their mind, she said, "Why would you want to be somewhere that doesn't want you? I wish more for women in general and moms and especially athletes. I feel like you shouldn't have to choose one. Why can't you have both? A career and be a mom?" So fair. I don't really see how anyone could go, "No, Carmella, you're wrong," because this is her lived-in experience, right? She's gone through this, and she's more than entitled to feel upset at being let go while she was technically inactive.
Yeah.
It's the brutal reality of wrestling promotions. And look, we handle these things on when we talk about departures. We're about to talk about Zak Knight. When we talk about departures, we do it on a case-by-case basis and use the information that's available to us. We can't sit here and factually say that definitely WWE were punishing her for being a mom, but I think that she's absolutely entitled to her perspective, and I'm not going to doubt her.
No, exactly. I'm sort of conflicted on this one as well, because you sit there and you go, well, hang on, I don't think they're necessarily punishing her for having a baby, because they've had previous people who've gone off and had babies and come back. However, I will say with regards to that, because I saw people saying this online, the Becky Lynch thing's very interesting. She obviously went off and had a baby, and then she's come back, and then she's gone away again. But it feels like the conversation they had with Becky was more like, especially in the recent deal, because I don't think she's technically contracted to WWE right now. Yeah. But it felt like it was a lot more of an open conversation of like, we're not part of it again, we're just speculating. But it felt like it was, you want to go off and do family stuff, that's absolutely fair enough. We want you back, so we both kind of know that when you're ready to come back, you're going to sign a deal with us. But please don't go anywhere else.
You'll be here.
Why they didn't do that for Carmella, I don't know. Because like you say, she's been there, 14 years?
12 years.
12 years. 12 years. First winner of the Money in the Bank, multiple-time champion across the board.
She had one of the funniest debuts of all time, where she debuted, she was a hairdresser, and Enzo and Big Cass, who had a hair versus hair match coming up, with Marcus Louis of the Revolution. What were they called? The Legionnaires. That's it. Carmella was working in the hair salon. Enzo Amore spilled a bucket of hair removal cream on a dog. And because of that, Carmella got fired from her hairdresser job, so she became a wrestler.
I love it.
That's the story.
That's like the good old days, isn't it? Well, to supplement my bin man income, I will be wrestling.
Crazy fun. But yeah.
I really like Carmella, and I've always felt like she could do a job for them, and especially, and this shouldn't necessarily factor into whether or not she has a WWE contract, but the stuff she's been through, man, I feel like you should just be like, you know what? We'll keep paying you, or we'll just have an agreement that when you're ready to come back, we'll give you another contract. You just go off and be a mom. It's something you've obviously wanted for quite some time now. It's also weird that with Corey still being with the company, how this is all playing out. I don't know. Because a lot of the times when people depart recently, I'm thinking of a Baron Corbin, for example, who's going great guns, by the way. Won some tournament over the weekend.
Kicking ass.
Yeah, I think I'm completely. If I've got this wrong, apologies. Jiu-jitsu maybe or something. He was wearing a
gi.
Yeah. Regardless, all those people who depart do seem to sort of leave that door open. But she's understandably pissed off.
Yeah, she should be. It's like Raw. It's like right now. She's obviously someone who takes a lot of pride in her career, and it's like she had a real rough time of it, man.
Yeah.
And like obviously that's turned around. She's got a lovely family now and all of this stuff. I just think it's a brutal way to treat people.
Yeah.
But look, it's how we exist in this modern capitalist society.
Yeah.
Regarding the Becky Lynch stuff, I think that's probably a simple case of star power. I think that's probably them going like, and this is brutal as well, but it's probably them going, well, Becky's a big star, so we need to look after her, or whatever, which is rough again. But like, look, that's how these places work. So
she's not the end. She said about that not being the end of her career. It's not.
Yeah, I wish her
all. If she
all
wants
the
to wrestle
best.
again, she'll walk into a job somewhere.
Yeah, she'll be fine. Like Carmella's solid, and like I think she's like above all else, she's really televisual. Like she's a really good TV character. She's charismatic, plays a character well. She'll be fine, I think. Yeah, look, if Carmella wants to wrestle again, which she sounds like she does, she'll get another gig somewhere else. But if obviously that gig, it might not be what the WWE gig was. You know? So it still sucks. But best wishes to her.
Enjoy your time being a mom.
Yeah, I wish anyone released by WWE or their contract not renewed all the best.
Well, speaking of departures, Andy, one from AEW to talk about. We were talking about this literally yesterday, that there may be more departures to come with the likes of Layla Hirsch on the way out of the company and Rey Fenix finally being released, of course. Now it's the turn of Zak Knight, who is now a free agent following the expiration of his AEW contract. Mike Johnson of PW Insider reporting this. Officially, he left the Tony Khan promotion, confirmed by multiple sources. Obviously, this is Soraya's brother, if you're unaware. Hasn't worked for AEW since a dark match on the 5th of June of last year. He has done some independent dates, worked for SWW in January here in England. He went 6-0 in his AEW Ring of Honor matches, having wrestled for Ring of Honor 5 times between December of 2023 and May 2024. Obviously, popped up on that episode of Rampage in April that was kind of the official thing of him debuting for AEW, and he wrestled
Cool Hand Ange, yes,
as part of all this.
After throwing him against the wall and saying, "Let's be having you."
Let's be having. I was trying to remember what catchphrase he used.
Very British.
Yes.
Very British.
But yeah, he's had a year-long contract basically with the promotion by the sounds of all
Sounds
this.
like it was a year, yeah, and then they decided not to renew. I thought he was quite, his run in AEW is really strange, really weird. Like, so he debuts, they do the Cool Hand Ange thing, he wins, he goes down to Ring of Honor for a few months till like May, he works a couple of dark matches for AEW until like June, and then nothing. So it's like...
Was he there for Saraya at All
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
The whole family was there. Of course, that might have been just before he officially signed, but yeah, the windows. We don't know the exact timeline of this. Like if he debuted for Ring of Honor in December 2023, maybe he's technically been a free agent since December 2024.
Yeah.
I don't know. Strange. One of the weirdest AEW careers so far. Yeah. I think it's easy in situations like this for people to go nepotism because you're the brother of Saraya or whatever. But like, there's no word out there that they hired him purely because he's Saraya's brother, right? That's just an assumption that people will make. But it is a really weird career. 6 matches on TV, none in the past 8 months.
Yeah.
Weird run. It seems a little pointless.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad he got to be on TV and make some money and all this stuff. That's great, obviously. But yeah, it's a weird run.
Yeah, it feels like, it was one of those ones that maybe Tony Khan's taken a bit of a punt on and then not necessarily regretted it, but just gone, no.
I don't really have
and then
a use.
not really used it.
Yeah, so he's probably appraised it when the renewal came up. He's probably sat down and gone, am I using this person? I'm paying them this. It's like,
it's a lot of people on that list, isn't it?
It is. And again, it's rough. You're talking about people losing their jobs here. So like, I have sympathy for anyone in that situation. I mean, as long as they're not a total asshole. Like if you come out, if you shoot someone with a gun on air, you should probably be fired.
Yeah.
There's situations, right? There are situations, but yeah.
Interesting to see if there's any more of these, especially in the coming weeks and months, because we talked about how March appears to be the sort of contract renewal date.
Yeah, for a lot of people who were signed. Layla Hirsch just expired. They released Rey Fenix, Ricky Starks, Miro, Aleister Black. Malachi Black. I bet he could be Alistair in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Looks like they're losing some headcount over there for myriad different reasons. Because obviously the Phoenix and the Ricky, they wanted to go.
Yeah.
They wanted to go. Maybe Zak Knight didn't want to renew. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe he was like, nah, you're not using me. I'm off. Perhaps. Who knows?
I suppose the good thing is he got to do like I know you mentioned one there, but the good thing is he can still do indie dates and things like that. He hasn't been held back in terms of like, you can't work anywhere else. We own you for a year.
Yeah, we restrict you. At the end of all, he has lost guaranteed income, obviously.
Yeah.
From the contract and stuff. So.
Tell you what, we're not unrestricted.
No.
We are. We're unrestricted.
Yeah, we're unleashed.
Unleashed. On our live show, we are doing a world tour this month. God, yeah, we've got to start planning stuff for that. We're going all across the UK, Manchester, Belfast, Glasgow, London, and then heading across the pond for WrestleMania, playing the HyperX Arena on the Friday night before WrestleMania weekend. We're doing a big SmackDown watch along for that one. Live ups and downs, a WrestleMania preview podcast with myself and Hamlet. All the good stuff as well across the live shows. We'll have Q&As, we'll have meet and greets, all that usual fun. Do join us for it. WhatCulture.com/tickets if you want to join us. It's going to be a great time.
It is going to be the best time of all the times.
Can't wait.
Catch you on the flippity flop.
Guys, what, like 3 weeks or so?
Yeah, it's not long. Not long. 2 weeks. 3 weeks. Multiple weeks. More than 1 week.
Yeah, it better be more than 1 week.
Cora Jade.
Oh boy.
She was wrestling on WWE last night and had her match stopped due to injury.
This is scary.
Yeah, so her match with Jordynne Grace on last night's show, it was a legitimate stoppage. The referee went, no, you can't continue. She was kind of evaluated in the corner there, and the match stopped. Jordynne Grace obviously took the win, but Jade had said something to the referee when Grace kind of backed off.
Yeah, they backed her into a corner and then they suddenly just stopped.
It was off. Yeah, Lillian Garcia then announced that Jade was unable to continue, with Grace being awarded the victory. Led to a lot of worry, obviously, because it's an injury. And look, Cora Jade's had...
Oh, God.
Her knees have been shredded. Her and Nikita Lyons have just had shredded knees all over the place. The poor people. But she's jumped on socials now and clarified the situation. She said, got rocked for a second, but my knees are all good. Thank you for the concern. So it's not knee related. Maybe, the way she's described that sounds like maybe like a minor concussion or something. Yeah. Maybe she's just been dazed in a situation. Maybe a shot landed a little bit flush, maybe a bit of whatever, these things happen, it's pro wrestling. So glad it doesn't sound like anything serious. Look, she's like a 22-year-old woman walking around with a knee brace on, like a Steve Austin knee brace. You don't want any more to come from that, for goodness sake. But yeah, sounds like she's all right.
Yes, I had a bit of a panic watching this, if I'm perfectly honest, because of that, like you say, that history. And you think of people like Tegan Knox as well, who were just like, no, not another one of these sort of injuries, really cursed with. Dakota Kai had it for a while. She's doing great guns, obviously, right now. I heard a great phrase recently. A lie can travel around the world before the truth has got its trousers on. So I see this in the morning, right? And I'm sort of skimming through NXT on Netflix, and it goes to an ad break, and I come back, and I'm like, what's happened? I go back, and there's nothing you can really tell, and the match just gets called off. And I hop on at X, and it's like, she was overcompensating for a bad knee and she's injured the other knee. The commentator sort of referenced that could be the case. I heard someone say, it's an eye injury. She suffered an eye injury. Just such a relief to read this from Cora. Yeah, and it's one of those things where if it is just a precautionary measure, good. Yeah, I'd like to see more companies do this sort of thing and this be more accepted. She doesn't have to have a shoot concussion to be like, I don't think it's a safe idea for me to continue on this match. Plus, this is the least of our concern, it does kind of work well in the story, because the whole thing with Jordynne Grace was like chinning Roxanne Perez, and then Cora Jade being like, I'll kick your ass before you even fight Roxanne Perez. And now Jordynne Grace, if she wants to, if it's okay with Cora, can say, I hit her so hard she couldn't continue the match.
Yeah, you couldn't even survive me, Mother Hubbard.
I think Cora Jade's fighting Masha Slamovich soon as well, so fingers crossed it's not too much of a serious head injury.
Yeah, she's been hanging around in TNA.
She's going for the title.
Bring
that home to the NXT.
Bring it home to NXT. It was quite funny. Well, it wasn't funny, obviously, but like on the show you had a worked injury finish with the Tony D'Angelo thing where his back gave out when he was... Sorry, bit too soon.
Yeah.
Bit too soon. When his back gave out when he was wrestling Shawn Spears, And here you have like the.
Yeah.
I would much rather have an awkward injury finish where they're looking after the wrestler.
Yeah, absolutely.
Than them powering through and all this stuff.
I hate those stories. I was like, God, I don't remember half of the match.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, that's not.
But yeah,
great.
get well soon to Cora. Hopefully, it sounds like she's going to be all right to fight Master Slamovich for the world title going forward. Right.
Fortunately, nice, soft, easygoing wrestler, Masha Slamovich.
Yeah.
Very safe.
Real
but
cushioner.
she's awesome, man. I
Yeah,
love
kick
Masha
her ass,
Slamovich.
Masha. Finally,
kayfabe.
of course, yeah. Andy, what's going on with Jamie Hayter? Load of speculation about her recently. She has disappeared. Has she become a magician's assistant? Well, not according to the reports I'm reading, and the reports are coming from Jamie Hayter. Yeah, load of discussion about her anyway, because she was on AEW, she was having that feud with Julia Hart, it was like 1-1, we were like, oh cool, where's this going?
Yeah.
Where have you gone, Jamie?
Yeah.
And obviously, just to circle back, she obviously had a long absence, over a year, due to injury. She was even bedbound, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
And that sounds terrible. Obviously, she returned. We were there, at All In, to come back and get back into action. But people were saying, well, why is she not popping up in AEW? Why aren't they booking her? Well, she's had issues with a visa, basically.
Yeah.
She's disappeared and tweeted, just getting a new visa, no big deal, no issues, cheers.
Yeah.
So that's sorted. Jamie Hayter hopefully back soon.
Fightful Select put out a report at basically the same times,
Yeah.
saying the same thing, basically. And then Jamie quote tweeted it in quite a funny British way.
It was very British.
She wrestled Alex Windsor at the Eve show the other week,
Yeah.
which is getting rave reviews. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to watch it. I just need to make the time for it. I believe it's on their YouTube membership, which I will gladly pay to watch that match. So yeah, look, obviously, when someone goes missing from TV, people pull out Guantanamo Bay.
I saw this.
Listen. I think two of my favorite. A lot of Twitter stuff is bad.
Yep.
Guantanamo Bay is really funny.
Yeah, that's why we stay on there.
What's the WWE version? Polkatraz or something like that. It's great. That's great stuff. It's great stuff. You're right. This is why we stay there. Like, come on. I love it when wrestlers make crappy little images of them in straitjackets or in prison or something. It's
Breaking out of the bars.
Yeah. What is this metaphor? What is this? What kind of message are you trying to convey, Ray Phoenix?
I can't crack this.
Yeah.
It's flying over my head.
But Jamie Hayter was not in Guantanamo Bay. She is not trying to move to Polkatraz.
No. She's just sorting her visa out, basically.
Yeah.
And hopefully she'll be back sooner rather than later, because she's awesome, isn't she, Jamie Hayter?
Yeah, she's the best.
She's someone who was sorely missed, and I hope they really do big things with her.
I've got the TNA version.
Oh, go on.
You know, TNA is owned by Anthem.
Yes.
Anthem Asylum, eh?
Of course, like the Batman.
There you go. They love Batman over there, so... yeah, there you go.
It's the first time I've heard Polkatraz.
Polkatraz is great.
I've never heard of him.
Guantanamo Bay is the OG.
Yeah,
but
the goat,
Polkatraz. Are there any other ones we could come up with? Like, I don't know the name of the geezer who books CMLL.
No.
I think it's like 3 dudes that no one knows. I don't know. Ghetto.
Yeah, I was trying to get over Ghetto, New
Is
Japan
there a
was.
famous prison?
I don't know.
I've ran out.
I'm really scared I'm going to say something that gets me in trouble.
Borstpal. That's WWE again, isn't it? New Japan Prison Wrestling.
There you go. And JPW.
That's terrible. Hey, look, hit us with more prison analogies.
Yeah, please do.
For wrestling. Polkatraz and Guantanamo Bay are my favourites. But if you want to get locked up in Anthem Asylum...
Oh, by the way, this morning we had a very interesting chat about what on earth is going on with The Rock, John Cena, and Cody Rhodes. If you want to watch that, where can they do that?
It's right here, baby.
Ah!
Look at that. This is a beezer, an absolute
It is a
beezer
class.
of a video. So enjoy it.
Bye.
Have a nice day. Mick Foley. Remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah.